Tonight, we're learning more about the man killed in yesterday's officer-involved shooting in South Knoxville, as well as the dangers officers face on the job.
Yeah, TBI has now identified the man who was killed as 43-year-old Brian Lee. Also, in the last hour or so, Knoxville police identified the officers who were involved. We are told that their names are Lieutenant Shane Watson, Officer James Hunley, Officer Carl Kennedy, and Sergeant Chris Hutton.
We have to point out that Sergeant Hutton was involved in another officer-involved shooting 9 years ago. This one happened at a home break-in on Eldridge Road in Fountain City.
At the time, he was placed on paid administrative leave. Now he's on administrative leave again, like the other 3 officers involved in yesterday's shooting. That is standard procedure. 6
on your side's Elizabeth Kubel has been following the latest developments in this case, getting perspective on it from law enforcement officers. Elizabeth.
Exactly right, Lori. I heard from the president of the Fraternal Order of Police. He was not at the scene yesterday when officers say Lee pointed a gun at them, but he knows what it is like to respond and the training that goes into preparing for situations exactly like it. All is quiet on Sevier Avenue. Yesterday afternoon, that was not the case.
It's dumbfounded the whole neighborhood through here. It's just, we're all like, are you kidding me?
Officers swarmed the area to investigate an officer-involved shooting. The TBI said police were there initially to execute a search warrant as part of an ongoing drug investigation.
The KPD Special Operations Squad encountered a man armed with a gun. For reasons still under investigation, the situation escalated, resulting in officers firing shots, striking the man. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
The goal is to do this safely. We don't want anybody to be hurt, even the suspects.
Fraternal Order of Police President Keith Lyon details what it's like for responding officers executing a search warrant. He says they train for it monthly and try to know as much about the situation they are entering into beforehand.
They want to know everything about the house, how many rooms, how big the rooms are, what's in the rooms.
Despite the preparation, it is a dangerous duty, because there is one thing officers cannot predict.
You can plan for just about everything, but you cannot plan for the suspect's decisions. You cannot, going in, know if he's made the decision, I'm not going to let the police officers take me. That's or I'm going to shoot at the police officer. You don't know that till you get there. We want the suspect to comply, surrender, be taken into custody safely. That way these officers can move on to what's next. Nobody goes to look for an exchange of gunfire. You know, that just does not exist.
And today, I also requested a copy of the suspect, Brian Lee's criminal history records from the TBI. His most recent arrest was in April of this year for simple possession or casual exchange. Bo.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you. His other charges, by the way, include theft, aggravated burglary, aggravated arson, and drug charges.